maybe what it is that people can't understand where the money is coming from. Because we all know what what the industry is about. We all know how much people earn. We all know how much you can earn, except maybe you're from a rich family. Then some of the, lifestyle that we see, especially on social media, can't be real. And if it is real, where is it from? People come up to me and they say, oh, look at actresses, they are very rich. I say, I don't know about that because I'm not rich. I said, when you see them, ask them what they do. You know how much did they sell film now? You look as you could go past 4 million. Or 5 max. We know how much they sell for Africa Magic. Africa Magic just went back to 4 million. They went down to 1.2. A whole film with everybody, all of us inside, plus crew, plus everybody. Producers make more money than actors. Me and you know that.
True.
Actors don't make as much as producers. And when we first started, the producers were the owners of everything. We were just tools for them to use.
Yes. Hello viewers, once again it's me, your favorite host, Emma Ehumada. You can call me Labista if you want. This is another session of Nollywood podcast, The Legends Untold Story. Today, like as usual, I have another legend in the house. But today's edition is special because we have a diva in the house, a delectable diva. Should I give you guys a clue on this one? Should I let you guys see her? Can you just mind yourself? I've not gotten to you yet. Don't give them any clue. When I come to you, then you can speak. You see, this is the problem that I have with the guests that I have in the house here. She comes with a lot of interruption.
Intelligence.
Can you just stop messing with my tutu?
Okay, sure. There we go. Don't mess with my tutu.
I just gave you guys a clue. Ladies and gentlemen, I have Bimbo Akintola in the house.
On the podcast, on Nollywood, Hollywood, uncut. Let me say you do it just now. So serious.
Can you just
be serious?
Know that we are on set here?
Hi, people. Hiya. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Hi.
So this is what we're going to be dealing with today.
Yes.
We'll have to manage her situation.
Manage.
Manage. Bimbo, how you doing?
I am good.
It's so good to have you here.
Thank you, and I'm excited to be here. I love what you're doing. I love the fact that you're doing this because you're so talented and you need to show off your talent.
Thank you. Thank you, Bimbo.
So much.
Thank you. I appreciate you a lot. But why did you let me take this long to track you down?
Because that's all I be. What's good, not easy to find. Do you understand me?
Wow.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Okay, finally, I have Bimbo in the house. It took me a lot of time to bring her on board.
Can you tell people it's because I live in Lagos and you are in Abuja?
You had to make me pay your flight ticket to come down here.
Not like that one. Let's not.
Okay, guys, still here with Bimbo Akintola. Bimbo, we're just going to go from the very top. I don't want to say from the day you were born because you may not remember exactly what your mother went through.
I remember.
What your mother went through.
I saw it, sir.
When you were in the stomach.
I heard it.
Oh my God.
I can't answer for everything. That's why I should pass for school.
Okay.
But from the scratch.
Yes,
basically.
from the very scratch. Already, I'm sure everybody knows that your name is Bimbo Akintola. So you're going to tell us where you grew up, the schools you attended. This is the question one.
So, the day I was born, right? My mom was going to buy something. I can't remember what she was going to buy.
The day you were born?
No. Now you say start from scratch. Hold on. So I was inside the stomach, right? She was going to buy something. And then, bam. I just said that, dude, I want to come out. I'm going to come out, man. And it wasn't 9 months, so she wasn't expecting me. You understand? And then, by the time she got to the hospital, when they go call person come, they don't burn me. I was out. She didn't do stress.
You were not born at the hospital?
I was. But she didn't do, 30 minutes of labor? And I was out.
And you were out?
Yes, and I was less than
because you were tired of staying in your mother's belly.
I just decided I wanted, that day, I think she was talking about moi moi or something. And I just thought, this moi moi, I want to taste it myself. Not second-hand tasting. You understand? I didn't realize they would keep us in the hospital for a while. and I will not eat that moi. Now milk, they can't give me for quite a while. But at the beginning, okay, let me start. My first school was Maryland Convent Private School, at Maryland in Lagos. That's where I started my education from. And after that, I went to Commande Secondary School. And from there, I went to the University of Ibadan, where I studied theatre arts. I started with my diploma in theatre arts and then did direct entry. I finished my degree, same place. So. And I was so brilliant that they just had to say, Bimbo Lama lost sleep for 1 year. Meaning, don't go home for 1 year. Come straight and just take it. So that's my educational background. But I've been doing before I went to, there's a space between secondary school and university. I was at home for about 3.5 years.
Why was that?
My dad was not too enthused about acting. And you can't blame him. At that point in time, actors weren't making the most money.
You mean, as at the time you finished secondary school, you wanted to be an actor?
Yes, I did.
Before you got into the university to study theatre arts?
Yes, I
So
did.
your studying of theatre arts was on purpose because you wanted to be an actor?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so my dad, we had that thing, I did JAMB, I got admitted to University of Jos. My father said, Laila, first and foremost, Jos is too far. Secondly, there's no way I was studying performing arts, because I think Jos is performing arts, right? So I didn't even go to the school once. They didn't even carry me near there to even check out the environment, you understand? So I was stuck in it. I said, this man don't know me. I'm not going to study anything else but acting. Yes. So I had a children's theatre as well in the 3.5 years I was at home. So I had children that I was training. I was doing my own stuff. I was putting up performances. And I was doing little things at the National Theatre as well. And then finally my father came on one day and said, take Malo. It was the diploma form.
Oh.
University of Ibadan. Theatre Arts Department. I was like, okay, that's my G. Filled out the form, did everything, went for the exam, came back, passed the exams, and then you have to go for the, practical exams.
Okay.
Right, for the practical exams, got in. And, I was such a not aware at all. N-A-A. That's a UI slang. When they say you are a that means you are not aware at all. And when I got there, I was not aware at all. I was a real When they call Juba.
A novice.
Oh, my God, I'm naive. You only know what is in your own fish bowl. You don't know what's outside in the world. You don't realize that your little tiny bowl is in the midst of a river that's in the midst of a bigger river or an ocean or whatever. You just know that little bowl and you think you know it all. So I got there. People have been there for a week. Rehearsing. I got there on the day of the practical.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I didn't have any, I didn't know. I had no idea. And my mom didn't as well. So my mom got me there. We got there. We saw a crowd. I got there late as well. Yeah, so that happens. And I remember the lecturer gave me a talking to, and I saw my mom from the corner of my eye try to get out of the car to come and fight my battle. And my brother holding her back, saying, not here. Anyway, because I was there slightly late, but they did answer me. They put my name on the list and blah, blah, blah. But I didn't perform that day. I had to perform the next day. So I told my mom, I said, you have to go because I have to stay. I think that's the first time officially that I stayed out of the house.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How old were you then?
19.
19, okay. You're still a child?
I'm still a child, yeah. In those days, not me now. They don't.
I know.
Not 19, don't get. Sorry. Up to
Okay, so you finished your secondary school, you got into the university after the 3 years lapse?
3 years plus, going on 4 years, yes.
Okay. But finally, your dad gave you the diploma form?
Yes, and I went.
You did your diploma?
And I made it.
And then from there, you got a direct entry?
After my diploma, yes. They basically, then you didn't have an extra examination for direct entry.
Yes.
It was based on your scores. And we did so good. My class was so good because I remember that before then the highest marks was 4 point something. Mine was 7.5 for my diploma.
Oh, wow.
And I think there were a few other people that were in the 7.5, 7.3, 7.2 range. So yeah. So we got in immediately. We didn't even take 1 year off.
Okay.
So we got in immediately, which was so cool. And then I finished my degree. But I was already acting all this while.
You were already acting professionally or just
professionally,
school?
sir. Mbano. Professionally. Out of Bounds, I was Diploma 1.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I remember very well seeing that movie, Out of Bounds, because that song that you sang in Out of Bounds. Don't mess with my tutu.
Yes.
I think that was that song alone was what stood you out. That was what gave you the fame that you needed at that point in time. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, everybody loved that song. It was raining just before then. So I remember that day I gotten into on set. I was in the room. I was waiting for them to finish their technical. So I was singing it. And Taddy turned and he looked at me and said, use that.
Oh,
I was
really?
like, huh?
Okay,
It's
that
like,
was
yeah.
what happened.
It's like, we're using that song. Sing that. I was like, okay. And that's how it went.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you were already in Nollywood before you finished your university.
When I was given best actor, overall best actress in Nigeria, I think I'd just gotten to, I can't remember if I was in Diploma 2 or 200 level.
Oh, wow.
So
that means there was no space between when you finished school. There was no gap. Like asking,
working.
Trying to ask you what were you doing before you joined Nollywood?
Like the first 50 films I did, I'm sure I was still in school.
Still in school.
Yes, sir. I went with my friend Basio Konesani Talk. He was like, "Oh, Lola Fani Kayode is doing a series. She's having auditions. Do you want to go?" I was like, "Yes, I want to go."
Who gave you your first break in Nollywood?
Lola Fani Kayode.
The guy you just mentioned?
Yeah, Basio Konesani Talk. He's the one that took me there for the audition. Because they'd been doing stuff with Auntie Lola. So we went and she was like, "Oh, read for me." And I read and she was like, "Okay, you've got the role." I was like, "Okay, thank you." But I was such a sweet little girl, so people just gave me stuff.
Are you still sweet?
Yeah, but not little. Okay. Sweet old girl. No work.
Okay, so your early days in Nollywood, what were the challenges that you encountered?
I'm trying to look. Then I didn't see them as challenges. It was paying my dues, right? From the series that I did with Auntie Lola, which was Family Ties, one of the people there, the crew members, was Nii. Nii told Tade, when Tade wanted to shoot Owo Blue, so I know this girl, she'd be perfect for this role. I mean, Tade got the role. Richard wanted to shoot Out of Bounds. He got Tade to direct. Tade says, "Oh, I know this girl. She'd be perfect for this role." I got the role. Patrick Doyle saw my performance in, I can't remember which of the two, and said, "Oh, you have to do this." So it's been kind of easy getting jobs from start, right?
So you were favored.
Grace of God. You cannot mess with grace. I had grace. I was really lucky when I started. I had the grace of God with me. I mean, starting, I didn't have to go for plenty auditions. I didn't have to sit outside. I didn't do waka passes. My first roles were leads.
Yes.
From the very first roles I did, they were all lead roles.
Not like some of us that had to trek until our shoes, the heels of our shoes were all bruised to the point that even the floor was touching some of our stockings.
No.
You didn't experience any of that?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't trek. I had cars.
Let's look at a clip. Oh, look at that beautiful girl.
Oh, child.
Don't be smarting. Let's look at this clip. Let's look at this clip and then we'll come back again.
Is this clip me? You know I don't like watching myself.
Let's find out if it's clip you.
I know this bit. I know this. It's a short film we did.
Like I could have killed a lot.
Why are you looking so serious? I don't tell you she be Baba.
You know, there's something about your acting. Each time I watch you, the
Why are you so serious now? What?
no, calm down.
Serious.
You understand? Yes, it's your seriousness that is making me serious. Did you see how serious you are in this movie? The intensity in which you're able to interpret your character. Is it because you studied theater arts, or is it a passion that comes with what you do?
Well, I think first and foremost, you must have talent. And then going to school helps you. You know how it is when you have, when you say you have a diamond, if you don't polish it and you don't do all the work on it, it won't shine.
Okay.
Right? So, but the diamond is there. The stone itself is there. It's the school that, brushes it up and polishes it and makes it shine.
So it's not like everybody that studied theater arts can be a wonderful performer.
No. Some people theater arts is broad. You have people who are into directing. You have, like, my major in school was acting, mime, and speech. So I had three, one major, two minors, basically. So you can do speech, you can do costuming, you can do so many things. But we also have those who are, who are actors. But the talent is what's key. I think for anybody who wants to be an actor, if you don't have the talent, then there's nothing you're doing.
So how do one discover, or how do one know if he or she truly have the talent?
I don't know how to tell anybody else to find the talent, but I think for me, it's something that was always burning inside that I knew. Even when I was a child, we're 6 children in my house, and we're very close-knit. We're all always together. If my mom is here, we're here. If my mom is in the bathroom, we're in the bathroom. If my mom's in the kitchen, we're in the kitchen. If she's on the balcony, we're on the balcony. Do you understand? So if we're watching films, we always watch films together. We always ate together. And what I used to do when we were watching films was disappear into my own world, and I wouldn't hear anybody around me. And 6 people, not 6 noisemakers plus my mommy, all noisemakers. I would not hear anything. I remember my mom beating me so many times, and then she realized that I wasn't being rude, that it was something that I did. I'm able to transport myself into that. It was always a passion. It was always something that was so important. That's the only way I can put it. It was always so important to me. I didn't realize then that it could be a profession. You're watching films, you don't think, oh, those are actors. You're young, right? You're a child. But when I did discover that was something we could do, I knew that was what I was meant to do.
Okay. As an actor, some of our purpose is to entertain, educate, and inform people. Yeah. In this movie, there is a deep message in this movie. Because looking at what is going on here, I think this is more like karma. Because he's not what he used to be. He's more like crippled here now.
And she's the one taking care of him.
Yes, she's the one taking care of him. Yeah. And this is the same she that went
abused
through all manners of abuse.
Abused. So if she wanted to do it back,
she could have just slit his throat. That was what the director played with, with those blades,
And how she fought not to be that person.
Yes.
Because it's so easy to slip into that mode of cruelty and, and it's stupidity, Because punishing him wouldn't have, taken away the trauma that she went through.
So looking at that, what would you say to the audience?
I would say that if you're going through a situation where you're suffering, you're being abused, leave, please.
Leave?
Leave. Because
don't try to manage it?
Women die. A lot of women have died. Even men are abused in certain relationships. It's not just women. It's just that with men it's fewer, but it does happen. Sir, leave. Anybody that's abusing you has issues, a lot of issues that you probably can't sort out for the person. I know I've heard of so many cases, and they're not all from the TV or from whatever. People I know who have lost family to abuse, domestic abuse. Leave. Please leave.
Okay, that is a sincere advice from Bimbo Akintola right there. If you're going through abuse of any kind that you cannot handle, please leave. Having said that, before I continue, we'll just take a minute break.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll come back.
Oh, you're too serious.
Please don't touch that dial. We'll just
right
take a minute break. And then we'll come back.
I will be right back.
With Bimbo Akintola
with the
on
host.
Nollywood podcast.
I'm the hostess. Peace out.
Hi, welcome back. This is still Nollywood Hardcore. Today with Bimbo Akintola. We just took a minute break and we're back. Welcome back with us. And Bimbo.
Yes.
You're still here?
God, you're looking so serious. Yes, man.
Thank you. Are you trying to say that I should be smiling at every point in time? But, some of the issues that we're talking about here are very serious issues. So if I smile all through, it will look as if we're not feeling what we're saying.
We're feeling it. We just don't want to cry. Sadness is not good.
But you almost cried now.
Yeah, but it's better.
So let me ask you that. How is it that you're able to connect emotionally to a movie that you did? Because I can understand when fans react emotionally to a movie, but you as an actor, you're reacting emotionally to a movie that you did. How is it with you?
Because I have that character somewhere inside. And so you can switch back to it even if you don't want to. Are
you saying that you went through abuse at any point in time?
No. The character is still alive, even though the film is done. You know how it is that you play all sorts of characters. Most of those characters are still alive.
But that's been a long time.
They're still alive. I'm sure Tutu is still alive. They're all still alive. So it's when you're in that situation where you play back. Because I wasn't feeling it from a point of view of somebody watching it. I was feeling it from a point of view of somebody who experienced it. And I've never experienced abuse.
Okay.
So it's because it was her.
Okay, the character.
Yeah.
All right. So, from time to time, we hear of issues with actors, controversies. How come I've never heard of any controversy with you?
When I started, there was a lot of controversy. There was all sorts of things written about me, quite.
Like what?
Oh, horrible stuff.
Tell us about it. Or about them.
There was a part where people were saying I didn't wear underwear. There was all sorts of things that were written
Pants,
about me.
you mean?
Yeah, pants. Butter.
You were not wearing... But how would they know that? Is it not until somebody takes you to the room before he could...
Do you know how it is with our people?
Yeah.
There was all sorts that was coming out that was written about me. I think what it is, right? It's news like that flies. It sells. So you have more traction from stuff like that. You have more people on your blogs. You have more movement. You have more people buying the papers, if it's papers. People want to read about, funny things like that. So what you find out is, I think it's a little better now. Then they just used to cook up stories.
Yeah.
They used to cook up all sorts of
So
stories.
it wasn't basically because you did it?
No. Most of the story, there was one story I read about myself that said I was at a hotel off Toyin Street with a sheikh. Sheikh, you call.
A sheikh.
Shiki.
Did you date any actor at any point in time in your career?
I don't like you people.
Why? You don't like us?
I've never been attracted to an actor, so to speak. All of you are my brothers. Not be my brother, now you be.
Yeah, I'll be your brother, I know.
Straights.
So what are the kind of men that you get attracted to?
It's not about the kind of men. It's about, before an attraction. I just wasn't attracted to people in the workplace. I think because my frame of mind when I come to work is the frame of mind of an actor who's being professional. So I don't see you people as dateable people.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm using it as a point of contact for the rest of your generation. You understand me? For the other actors. I don't see it. So when I come on set, we do have some really handsome men who are actors. But I've never thought about dating any one of them. Honestly. In truthfulness.
Okay.
Doesn't mean that they didn't toast me though.
Of course they did.
That's how that is. That's another story for that day.
There was a point in your career that you stayed away from acting for some years.
For a few years.
How many years was that?
I think it was 2-3 years.
Why did you stay away?
I didn't actually stay away. I had a fight, so to speak, with a producer who told everybody else not. I won't mention his name because he's dead.
Why not? Mention his name, even if he's dead. It doesn't matter.
And he did apologize to me years later. So
you guys had a fight?
Yeah. He was owing me money. He didn't pay. I shut down his
His production.
Yes, no,
His sets.
It's his hot face. My shot here.
With your muscles.
Like a really, I don't get. More blocky door. I said, nobody enter, nobody go out. So he appeared.
But was it the movie you were shooting at that time
No,
that he didn't pay you? Okay, it was a different movie.
I'd finished shooting way after. I'd sent people several times. I was in school, so I used to come back for me. But I don't say, okay, where's the money? Where's the money? Where's the money? I would send my sister. I would say, you'd be ready to I'll send my sister if I couldn't make it. You just kept playing me. You understand? So I got upset. And I thought I deserved to be upset because it was at least 6 months to a year, after the film had been shot. So I went there and I was looking for him. They said, oh, he's not in the office. I said, really? So somebody was telling me another actress, Mariana Paulo. She's like, Bimbo, I know where the move. I said, don't worry, man. Come here now. Leave her. So, like my real do safe, my do blood to play.
But why would that make you stay away from acting?
He did tell other people not to. Which was also
okay, so people were not calling you for jobs anymore.
I think we're very mighty then, which was also where my bad press came from, But it was okay.
I had a similar experience back then too.
A few people thought they were God.
Yes, because back then, a couple of producers, directors would shoot movies with us and they would not pay us.
Yes.
And then after a couple of months, they want to shoot another one, they still call us. I had the same issue with Chike Ejiro back then, and he didn't pay me. I had a fight with him too. I must tell you the truth. Yes. I rode, then I was using this bike, so I rode from Sule. I had my friend Gentle Jack at the back.
The boys are angry.
Yes. I rode all the way to Festac.
To God's.
Yeah, to confront him. And it was the 23rd of December.
Oh.
We needed money. How much was it? 5,000 naira. And we had to, make some drama before we could get the money. So I think it was a norm for some producers then.
Not to pay people.
Yes, not to pay actors.
They would owe you and just...
It wasn't because the money wasn't there.
Yeah, they just didn't care. I think for a lot of us, after a while, we saw it as paying our dues. Because if I calculate the amount of money people didn't pay me. All of you that owe me money, those of you out there in my early years of my Disney, just know that I contributed to your life. You
could mention their names, the ones that are still owing you.
They know themselves. I contributed to your life. Just know it. If you owe me money, I, Bimbo, contributed to your life. I helped you grow. And if you have not grown, it's not my fault. Because I contributed.
Let's look at the TV for another clip. Yes. Let's see another clip of Bimbo Akintola's movie.
A nice, happy one, cheerful.
Well, we'll find out. The funny thing is that you don't often do happy films.
I do happy films.
No, I say you don't often do them.
I do often. Often do. What is an old movie?
Yes. Is that not what makes you a legend?
Oh, wow.
Who the hell do you think you are, Caroline? Mama, what is it again? You are asking me.
Last time I remember that chin.
So, you do not think that I deserve my 3 square meals in this house?
Mama, Colin said he will attend to your meal or ask your help to do it.
It's a guinea. So, my son has you as a wife in this house. But he will still have to enter the kitchen and cook. Which means that when I come as a guest, I too will have to enter the kitchen and cook. I don't blame you. Do you understand me? Well, you're busy hopping around with men.
God forbid, Mama. Your son gave me permission to attend my friend's daughter's birthday party.
Oh, look at you. I'm not ashamed of yourself. You're attending other people's birthday party when you cannot even have your own child. Go inside and have your own child.
Mama, God is the giver of child. You don't have to make fun of me. God is the giver.
God is the giver. Why are you crying? You should be ashamed.
Mama, what is it again?
She has been going out, going to parties.
What year was that movie? Can you remember?
I know. I know.
You say I know.
I don't even remember this film.
You don't remember it? Yeah. That's that's one of the things. Yeah. Ebere Okaro with that role right there. So between Ebere Okaro, Ngozi Ezono, and Patience Ozoko, I don't know who delivers better in this manner of roles.
I think they all bring a different sort of
vibe to
the character. Patience is that
Vicious.
Evil
Yes.
woman. You know, when I say evil. A baby brings that concerned, angry mother. Who else?
And Ngozi
just brings it because it's just amazing. She's too fine to be next. That's what I always tell her. No, but Ngozi brings authenticity to any role that she plays. She's amazing. I love her.
This situation right here, a lot of families are going through it. A lot of married couples that are looking for a child or children and they are not able to have one. And I think more often than not, the
family.
No, especially the mothers, are always on their head, on their neck about having a child for the husband and having a child for the son and stuff like that.
I think the thing is, right, when it comes to people who are in charge of keeping our culture, it's the women. Have you noticed?
Okay.
Every bad thing that culturally used to happen to women was executed by other women.
By other women?
Yes. If your husband dies and they're going to do that thing, it's women that come and sort it out. Right?
Okay.
If you don't have a child, it's the women that harass you the most. You never hear father-in-laws coming to have a conversation.
That is true.
It's women that do all that stuff. But when it comes to children now, thank goodness that this 2024 we can tell people that there's so many options. So this is a thing of the past. Please, if you can't have a child, there are many options. Many. So many. Don't stress out.
Talking about that, Bimbo Akintola, are you married?
Of course not.
Why?
He died. I don't talk about it, but he died.
So you don't think you can find him in another man?
Do you know how long it took me to find him? It was a very long time, but he's gone.
So are you saying that if somebody wants to put a ring in your finger
I don't
now?
want it. I don't believe that you get married for marriage sake. If you're not going to be truthful to your vows, why are you doing it?
But you cannot tell if whoever...
To love and connect, honor, and something forever and ever. If you can't do forever and ever, why are you doing it?
But some men can do forever.
Who are the people that you're doing forever for?
The woman.
Oh, okay. The person with me, if you do forever for, don't die. He's gone.
I don't believe this.
I think sometimes, I'm not saying that you can't have 2 or 3 loves in your lifetime, but you know how long it took me before I found that one that I knew that I could stay with?
I think you're a very deep, emotional, and passionate person.
I'm very emotional. True.
Yeah. Is that why you don't feel like giving it a try anymore?
No. It's just that I'm also too old not to understand red flags when I see it. Right? And I think I'm too old to just, for me, I don't know how other people see it, to manage and say I'm doing something just to make other people happy. Who are these people? To make the world happy? I should marry somebody so I have to walk and say, oh, yeah, you don't do it. It doesn't make sense. I don't care. I really don't care. No, I won't do that for anybody. I'm always truthful to myself because at the end of the day, if someone would die, when we start in front of God, now you and God, one. Now you go answer the question. Nobody's going to answer it for you. So I'm living my life in all truthfulness. Being true to myself.
Literally, you don't believe in marriage?
I do. But the person I didn't want to marry is dead. Honestly, it's gone.
Okay.
I've not seen anybody else. And before I saw himself, I thought it would never happen. Because I didn't see anybody. I dated, but I never saw me marrying those people that I dated. So when it gets to the point and they're saying, oh, I think we should take this further, I said, no, we should not. Because I didn't see forever with those people. And then the one person I saw forever with is not here. So if I ever see someone and I see forever with that person, I'll do it. Even if I'm 82. Yeah, I'll do it. But I won't do it if I don't see that person. I'm not able to just stress myself out for no reason. Do you know how difficult marriage is? It's difficult.
I know. Well, some of us will still manage.
Yes, it's very difficult. You're not going to do that someone you can't stand to spend forever with. Please.
Okay, so being in Nollywood, there is this notion about the women in Nollywood. Mm-hmm. There are people that tend to attach a lot of prostitution with Nollywood women. They tend to, I don't know if I should say the people out there, or is it the act of some of our practitioners that is making people say the things they say about some of our actresses?
I think the truth of the matter is that for a lot of actresses, right, you can't, maybe what it is that people can't understand where the money's coming from. Because we all know what the industry is about. We all know how much people earn. We all know how much you can earn, except you have money from home. Maybe you're from a rich family. Then some of the, lifestyle that we see, especially on social media, can't be real. And if it is real, where is it from? Do you understand? Mm-hmm. So, like, a lot of people come up to me, the way I can explain it, this is how I can explain it, being truthful, is that people come up to me and they say, oh, look at actresses, they are very rich. I say, I don't know about that, because I'm not rich. I said, when you see them, ask them what they do. I'd say it all the time. I say, ask them what they do. I say, how much, we know how much they sell film now. You look at Iroko gone past 4 million. Is it not 4 million naira? Or 5 max? That's how much a whole film is now. Not so. We know how much they sell for Africa Magic. Africa Magic just went back to 4 million. They went down to 1.2. A whole film with everybody, all of us inside, plus crew, plus everybody. We know how much it is. And then, yes, there's also Netflix, and Netflix is international. So obviously the money is also bigger. But we still know what people earn for cinema films. We started with cinema before Netflix, and then that boosted people. But we also know how much those films, how much you make for those films, and we know how much you make. So for a lot of actresses that I see, I don't know if it's from home, if they're from very rich homes, maybe the money is from their home, or there's other businesses that they're doing, because there has to be with the amount of wealth that some of our colleagues show. Yes. And of course, we've also heard stories of, actresses being wanted by politicians, actresses dating politicians, actresses doing, stuff with politicians and getting paid for it. So we've all heard that. We all know that things like that do happen.
Yes.
But it's not just actresses that do that. Women in Nigeria do that.
Yes.
Because the poverty level is pretty high, isn't it? So a lot of women are on the level of whatever it is I can do to sustain myself and my family, I'm going to do it. I know producers make more money than actors. Me and you know that.
True.
Actors don't make as much as producers. And when we first started, the producers were the owners of everything. We were just tools for them to use.
Yes.
And one of the biggest problems that we have is the fact that there's no unity amongst all of us. Because unity in Nigeria, or the industry, by a reflection of the industry. So if we as Nigerians cannot even leave our ethnic bias in the background and come together as one, it's the same thing that's happening in the industry. And it's so shameful, I feel, because look at the music industry. Those people are legit rich. Why? Because when they put price, it's all group A is across board. If this one is earning this one, that one is earning the same thing. They're all on that same level. So you're going to call them. But in our industry, they call people say, okay, well, give me 2 naira. And then somebody else will go behind, I can do it for 1 naira. Give me 1 naira. What do I have? No, my Bimbo. I'm there for 1 naira. The person will collect it and then we'll do 1 naira. Do you know, we all know these things. So there's a lot going on. And we don't have unity. So the women feel like they must help themselves. And they're also women from different backgrounds. The backgrounds that you come from also determines the sort of person that you are and the sort of things that you're willing to do. So yes. I've heard about our actresses, dating or politicians or dating rich men and dating whatever. But not be 80% of Nigerian girls that do that one.
Yes, because the question I want to ask is there anything really wrong with that?
Now, in this climate, I guess not for a lot of people. But for me, I think if you're married, there's a lot wrong with it.
Yes, if you're married, of course.
If you're married, there's a lot wrong with it. And if you're also single and it's several people, there's a lot wrong with it. I'm not looking at it in terms of, let's even leave moral. Let's leave moral to one side. Let's talk about health. Let's talk about the fact that you're opening yourself up to all sorts. We all know that in Nigeria, when you're doing relationship, I don't know about Obodo Igbo because I don't date Obodo Igbo. It's here with dates. You understand? After you've done 6 months to 8 months in a relationship, nobody's using condoms. Let's be truthful. You're not using condoms. And doing 6 months to 8 months and being nice. Some people after 1 month, they say we're in a relationship. Condom must go. So if you're now doing several people and you're doing the same thing on several levels, you're putting yourself at risk. So you have the health risk, and I feel like, when you're engaging in that act with someone, there's something that you're exchanging. sex is not just physical. There's also like a spiritual feel to it. You know what I mean? So how can you be spiritualizing every man? There's a lot.
I don't know myself. Oh.
So if I say no, it's not a big deal because, economy is bad. I don't want the young ones to think that's the way to go.
Okay.
I want girls, because we're seeing it more and more, where girls are debasing themselves for pittance. I want girls to understand that they're so special and they have this thing up on their brain. It might be hard, but you can make it without a man.
Girls, I hope you're listening.
You can.
Your mentor is talking to you now,
can.
and she's telling you that you can make
You
it without a
can.
man.
You don't
Just
need to.
stay up your number 6.
Yeah, you don't need to do a shower to do things. You
Okay.
can make it happen.
Let's keep the Ashawo vibes out
To one
of
side.
it. Yes.
Let's talk about routines.
Okay.
A shower plenty for Nigeria.
All right. Okay, so how do you handle pressure with the public?
I don't
Because you are constantly in the public
I don't have the
eyes.
kind of pressure that you people have. Do you know that people don't realize it's me because my face changes? By the time people know it's me, I've gone.
All right.
Half the time I've gone before you know it's Bimbo. Except I'm standing with other actors. The people will now like, that's her. But on a normal, I don't do makeup when I'm outside. I'm a bush girl. I'm not that person in makeup. And I don't dress up. Yes. I actually dress down. I'm really very casual. And people expect actors to be very, elegant. I'm so not elegant. It's sad. I'm not very glamorous for someone that's in a glamorous, line of work. So people don't realize it's me until I've gone. First time I saw it happen to other people, I was like, oh my God, what is going on? And then I realized that when people realize it's me, if they know that they're actors or they're expecting me to be in that vicinity, it's terrible. But half the time I get away with it. Except I speak. If I don't speak, then I'm good.
Oh,
but
you smile. That you're smile.
Once I speak. So far.
Your Queen's English.
It's over. I can say they recognize my voice. I say, oh! It's over. But, But also, I guess it's a great thing when people, admire you and people are rushing up to you. It just means they love what you're doing.
Oh, yes. That means you're also good at what you're doing.
Exactly. So.
Okay, finally.
Is it over? Okay, let me ask you a question finally. I put it to you, Emma.
Yes.
You've been in this industry for a long time.
Yes.
I was being serious like you. Tell us about what you're doing to upgrade the industry.
Oh, well, this is exactly one of the things that I'm doing to upgrade the industry.
Fantastic.
This is Nollywood podcast, bringing the stories of legends to the people, especially the Gen Z generation.
Yeah.
Some of us don't even... Some of these Indomie generations don't
They don't know a lot
some
of people.
Of us,
yes.
So even if they do, like what I get these days is that, I grew up watching you. Oh, I was so like this. I was so little when I watched that movie.
No, that's typical. My mom loves you.
You're my dad's favorite.
Yes, my mom is such a huge fan. What of you?
Then I start to look at myself like,
Daddy.
Daddy.
Yeah, Daddy. When I go, Daddy, Mommy, done.
So we try to bring our story to them, for them to understand us, get to know the story, especially for those of you that think you want to be part of Nollywood. You need to hear our stories. You need to know the routes that we passed, the stories that we went through, some of the hills that we climbed. The valleys that we went under, Yeah, Bimbo right here is one of the very favored ones. Very favored and very, you were so lucky because I don't think you had any of those hardcore issues. That's why we call this podcast Nollywood Hardcore.
My own hardcore would be that I worked overnight several times. Not be suffered. One day.
Okay, so that's your own. But some of us went through thick and thin, to get to the top. And for someone like me, the movie that made me was a movie I produced by myself, Labista. So have I answered your question?
You've done excellently well.
Fine.
Thank you for coming.
I still have a final question for you.
Thank you for coming to my program. You can ask me.
Okay, final question is, can you please advise the government on how to treat Nollywood?
We're taken for granted in a lot of cases. And I can't advise the government. I have to advise us.
Okay.
We should stop selling ourselves so cheap.
How do you mean? How do we sell ourselves
When
cheap?
it comes to government matters, we're always there, always hopeful, always ready to be used, right? For pittance. You and I know that what we did recently, we were not paid for. We
Yes.
can stand anywhere and say it. I can stand anywhere and say it.
True, but
it was something
a whole lot of people don't know that.
it was something I wanted to do it. I did it.
Yes.
It had nothing to do with, I'm collecting money. But a lot of our people, do it for money. And they are here, everywhere, there. Nobody's going to respect you if they can buy you. So if we want to be respected, then we need to respect ourselves. It's important that we carry ourselves with dignity. We agree, there's more money in the industry, but it's getting better. And it will continue to get better. We're producing now. We're doing all sorts.
Yes.
Yeah, so we don't need to sell ourselves for $20,000 or $30,000 or $50,000. If you had 2 years, we'll make that kind of money. Yeah, you can work towards it. So before you can receive respect, you have to make sure that you respect yourself. Don't sell yourself cheap.
I hope you guys are listening.
Man, I'm not beat me.
Who won't beat
I know
you?
they talk.
Anybody will beat you? Call me.
I will beat them back. Guns still.
Okay, I'm sure you all are enjoying yourselves watching this our podcast session with Bimbo Akintola. Fortunately and unfortunately, it depends on how you see it. We are coming to the end of it. But before we leave the studio, let me take a sip of water from my Nollywood hardcore cup. That's right. So, Bimbo, thank you very much for coming
Thank you for
on
having
my
me.
podcast. And I hope to see you, maybe not on this podcast, but some of the places that we usually see ourselves.
We'll see now this evening. Where we go. And we'll see again for this podcast. I shall be back.
That's the whole idea. But before you leave, usually we like to appreciate our
Money.
guests
Give me
with
money.
something very little.
For money, not the limit.
I don't get money to give,
Okay, give me.
but the little I have, I'm going to give. And this is a smart cup right here. And the interesting part is that it is made for you from Nollywood Hardcore to Bimbo Akintola.
Oh my God, let me give a speech. I just want to say to all of you that made it happen. I am so honored and so touched by this. So I'm going to do something as well because after this my makeup was spoiled. So this is how you do it. Also, oh my goodness, I am so touched. Nollywood Hardcore with Emma Labista with my name on it. You made this for me, and I'm honored that people believe in my craft, that people love what I'm doing, that people accept what I'm doing, and they support me, and I'm so thankful and so gracious. Man, I was like, actor, so thankful and so gracious, and I just want to say thank you. Alright.
You did ask or
Of course not. I did ask to say
you did ask, they cry for them.
yes, no. To receive the.
You guys should not take this seriously,
But I was
please.
just joking. You really thought of it.
And she was crying.
That's how they act, though.
I said they take act though.
That's how you do it, though.
But I'm not paying you for this.
No, it's free of charge. It's my first podcast. What you mean? I for you.
Bimbo Akintola,
Yes, sir.
thank you for coming to this podcast session.
Thank you for having me.
And from me, Emma aka Labista, it is Nollywood Hardcore with the Legends Untold Story. Watch out for the next edition with another superb legend. I'm not going to tell you who that person is, but when we come here, the moment you see me sit down on this table and I say, hello viewers, just know that a legend is by my side. See you next time. And God bless you.
By my side.